first of all, listen, it's interesting about all these young guys today. They never call on us and say, hey, thanks for the kind words and telling me how great a player I am. But when they play like crap and we call them out, we don't know what we're talking about. Listen, I'm easy to find, but I get sick of these guys complaining. These young guys, they never call us and say, when a coach is wrong, I'm going to call him out. But when players are wrong, I'm going to call them out. But listen, I'm going to criticize guys that they deserve it. And listen, they can kiss my ass if they don't like it.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Nathan back with another video presentation. Late video. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I hope everyone had a great work week. Hope everybody's staying safe. Before we get into the video, there's a few things I want to say up front. Episode 6 went up yesterday on YouTube. Let me take the opportunity to thank Shawnee for joining me as a special guest as we kind of had a debrief, our review of the season for the WNBA. Our outlooks for college basketball women's. I'm hoping to have Rashard Milligan. I reached out to him. Hope to have him back here on the podcast. Last time you guys saw him was in season 3. So I'm hoping to bring him back. Hopefully he'll be on joining me soon. Couple things. It looks like with baseball, looks like we're going – it's now Atlanta's up 3-1. So it looks like that'll be it. There'll just be football and basketball. So that'd be more time for me to keep up with everything a little bit more. And also too following, college basketball as well. So in this episode, I know I apologize. I'm way behind. It's Sunday, and I need to talk about Thursday night football. Everyone's talked about it. Recap Thursday night football. Washington versus Denver. Baltimore's on a bye week, so we don't have to worry about that. But we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Minnesota Vikings. A recap what I've seen so far from games 3 and 4 of the World Series. The Washington Wizards at 5-1. MLB Awards that have been given out so far. And then, that's going to be the episode. So before we get into that, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button. Also share the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So Thursday night. I got my guarantee right. I said that the Green Bay Packers would defeat the Arizona Cardinals. The final score was 24-21. I said coming in this game, they both had horrible run defenses. This game definitely lived up to high expectation. It felt like a playoff game to me, in my personal opinion. Aaron Rodgers threw for 184 yards. Kyler Murray, I think, threw for like 274, 275. The only thing that really kind of sucked was when he had the end zone pass, Kyler Murray, and A.J. Green didn't look. I feel like that was definitely miscommunication. He threw it to Rasul Douglas, I think that was his name. Especially those last few minutes of that fourth quarter, that was definitely crazy. Aaron Jones had a touchdown that was called back because he was marked short, and then they got a delay of the game. And they turned the ball over, which made it worse. Man, it just was a crazy game. You will see these two teams in my personal opinion, in the playoffs. So both teams are now 7-1. I still think Arizona is the best team in the league. Now that you don't have JJ Watt, I still think they're. I think still, I think that last play was just communication, and I think had AJ Green caught it, would have touched him. So, all right, we got the Washington football team versus the Denver Broncos. All right. So a couple things coming into this game, ladies and gentlemen. I got to keep an open mind. Uh, we're coming off a decent, a little bit of a break. We're going against a team that's now lost last 3 of its 4. I mean, lost last 4 games. Washington's coming in here 2-5. Denver's just not a good football team. I don't, and this is just me. This is not. I'm just not. I don't have anything personal against the Broncos, but every time the Broncos lose a game, I'm going to play that Vic Fangio clip. But that's just that. I just want to get it out there. I really don't know what to expect. I really don't. When you're Washington defensively, I feel like they can contain Teddy. I think this must be a key win. We looked at their schedule, and I still think they can win this game, but Denver, I have in my notes. They've only scored 20. Offensively, they're just not clicking. They've only scored 20 points once in the last 4 games. Teddy Bridgewater just doesn't look like what I thought he would be. I don't, Taylor Heineke's just doing too much. He just, I hate to say it, really the only 2 weapons besides Antonio Gibson and Ricky Seals-Jones and then McLaurin. Washington doesn't have anybody else. They don't have a legit number 2. And to me, I think Tyler Heineke's, he shouldn't be the playmaker. I think the others should be making plays for him. So, it's a home game for Denver. I don't know what to expect, ladies and gentlemen, in this game. I'm looking at the injury report. I'm just looking at both teams. I'm looking at their record. I'm looking at their schedule right now. And I just I really don't know what to expect. But I expect as a defense we pick it up. I'm going to say the Washington football team wins. Hey, Lucinda, good to see you. I'm gonna say they're going to win 21-14. Guaranteed. Because I look at Washington's schedule, they're all winnable games. It's just I think just nothing to build on. There's no accountability. There's a lack of continuity. This is not the team in the offseason we were bragging about. I just don't see it. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. We got the Vikings versus the Cowboys. So apparently Dak Prescott is like questionable. He injured his calf against the Patriots. Um, we'll see how he looks. I think who is their backup, Cooper Rush. Um, Dallas, but I mean, look at their schedule. I mean, when you're a losing team, you play crappy teams. So, I mean, maybe besides Kansas City, nobody else on their schedule is formidable, in my personal opinion. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins. I mean, say what you want. I mean, he's been doing his thing. He's been holding it down. Even though I'm disappointed, I think the Vikings record is not what I think they should be. Um, they ran all over Carolina. Kirk Cousins had 373 yards. I think he threw 3 touchdowns, and Dalvin Cook ran all over them. Adam Thielen had 126 yards. So I want to see how their offense looks. The also too, a lot of both kickers, Greg Joseph and Greg Zuerlein, they've been kind of struggling, but I noticed that across the league. So I think both of them are going to do their thing. I think they'll be fine. I think for Dallas, the biggest thing we just got to see will Zeke play, which I think he will. I think that's the key, and we'll see how he looks with that calf injury. But I'm pretty sure they've been doing treatment. He's been with the physical therapists and all of them. Minnesota can if they win this game, it definitely puts them back in the NFC competition, and especially in their division. So I'm going to give a little. I'm going to say it's an upset. I'm going to say the Minnesota Vikings are going to win 27-24. Guaranteed. Then we got the Monday Night Football game. We got the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming into this game, the Giants are 2-5, and the Chiefs are 3-4. If you told me, particularly the Chiefs, would you believe that they're 3-4? I would tell you no. Kansas City's defense, but the exception of the Honey Badgers, trash. Patrick Mahomes, that offense is not really gelling. Now we're starting to see him actually look human. They're playing against a team that shockingly beat the Carolina Panthers 25-3. So I really don't know what to expect. Kansas City's lost 4 of the last 6 after beating the Browns. After that butt whooping they lost by Tennessee. Their defense gave 379 yards. I mean, I'm telling you, we're looking at offensively a bad offense. The San Francisco Giants, New York Giants, they're ranked 26, and they have and they're ranked 13th in passing attack. Kansas City has the 27th worst rushing defense and the 26th worst passing defense. Daniel Jones, I think Kadarius Toney, I think they should be all playing, but New York should take advantage of that. I'll be surprised if they don't. I know Devontae Booker's been filling in for Saquon Barkley. since he injured his ankle in week 5, if I'm saying that correctly. I mean, again, like the Giants have won 2 straight games at home. It's intangibles. If you're Kansas City Chiefs, don't go. I feel like the Chiefs shouldn't go in there and go, "Oh, it's the Giants." Well, if we can beat them, no. I don't think you should go in there. I think this is okay. We got to play them. We got to play them tough. We got to be ready for them. Patrick Mahomes. I want to see what he looks like in this game. Patrick Mahomes has thrown 9 interceptions. I think that's tied with Zach Wilson. Again, offensively, they're just not looking the same. I mean, something's just not. I think, me personally, I think teams have figured them out. I've told you guys, when defenses go against Kansas City, it's not Patrick Mahomes. How to shut down Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson. I have been saying that, and I'm going to continue to say that. But I told you at some point, he was going to fall off his grace. But I know Patrick Mahomes, the player he can be, and I think he'll snap out of this funk that he's going through. But ladies and gentlemen, you'll be surprised. And I'm not being biased when I say this, but I think that the New York Giants are going to upset the Kansas City Chiefs 31-27. Guaranteed. All right. We got the NFL news. So the Panthers are moving on from the interest in Deshaun Watson. Again, Deshaun Watson has not played because of these sexual allegations that he's up now 22. And again, I've voiced my opinion on how I feel about that. Deshaun Jackson wants to be traded from the Rams. I think wherever he goes, I think he definitely will contribute. No, the Ravens don't need him. The Ravens got other issues. Why I think it's great for we wish we can get him is no. We got a couple offensive linemen. You look prior for a corner. But really we just gotta get healthy. Colin Kaepernick compared playing in the NFL to slavery in his new Netflix documentary. I haven't seen it, so I'm going to give my take on that in the next episode or two to see what he means, get a feel for the documentary. That's pretty much that's going around. Oh, Roger Goodell, in like the last 2 years, has made like $128 million. I think that's a slap in the face as a commissioner. He's not doing the things that I would think he was doing. I think he's kind of, particularly with the situation with John Gruden and the Washington football team, to not make those. To not give some type of punishment. I think that says more about Goodell, and I think it says more about the system. We got to start calling people out for what they truly are. So we are now in week 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 8 weeks into football already. So we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are coming off one against the Dolphins, and the Panthers are coming off a loss against the Giants. I'm going to say the Carolina Panthers are going to win 24-21. Guaranteed. The Tennessee Titans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Derrick Henry, in my personal opinion, is an MVP candidate. And the butt whipping they gave the Chiefs. Again, we just got to appreciate the greatness. But the Colts are coming off a good win against the 49ers. So, but I'm going to ride the Derrick Henry train. I'm going to say the Tennessee Titans win 28-17.
Guaranteed.
The Miami Dolphins are playing the Buffalo Bills. Well, I guarantee that the Dolphins would beat the Falcons last week, and they haven't. The Dolphins are one of the most disappointing teams in the NFL. All the public rumors about moving on from Tua, I just don't think. I think Tua is a good football player. He's just not that guy. Sometimes you got to look at front office and go, well, what? Why did you pick him? Sometimes it's the eye test. I get it. He was a good quarterback at Alabama, but I feel like that team is just. We were sitting here saying I had them as a wild card team. They just paid Xavier Howard, Byron Jones. I don't know where these guys are at, but I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills are going to beat the Miami Dolphins 34-10.
Guaranteed.
Joe Flacco's back with the New York Jets. Zach Wilson's going to be out for a few weeks after that injury. The Cincinnati Bengals are coming off a one lopsided victory against the Ravens. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win 27-14.
Guaranteed.
Baker Mayfield is supposed to be playing in this game. This is a divisional rivalry against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cleveland Browns are not the same team. Again, everybody raves about them, arguably having the best defense, and the whole if they stay healthy. And I think people are starting to go. I think people are jumping off the Baker Mayfield wagon. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to beat the Cleveland Browns 31-24.
Guaranteed.
The Philadelphia Eagles are playing the Detroit Lions. Okay, look. The Eagles lost to the Rams, and it was the Jared Goff revenge game against – I'm sorry, the Eagles lost to the Raiders, excuse me. And the Lions played the Rams. That was a Jared Goff revenge game. And that's at home, too. The Detroit Lions are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles 27-21.
Guaranteed.
The Los Angeles Rams are beating the Houston Texans.
Guaranteed.
You're not getting a score from me on that because the Texans are not that good. The San Francisco 49ers versus the Chicago Bears. This should actually be a better game after that ass whipping that Tom Brady gave the Chicago Bears.
I'm not going to even sit here and act like I didn't know this was coming. Or act like I know this was coming because I did it.
But I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to beat the Chicago Bears 21-14.
Guaranteed.
The New England Patriots versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Mac Jones versus Herbert. Justin Herbert. I'm looking on the lines of 28-24 Chargers.
Guaranteed.
Wow. Okay. The Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Seattle Seahawks. After losing Monday night against the New Orleans Saints, Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to say 14-10.
Guaranteed.
Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Tom Brady versus Jameis Winston. Might be crazy, but it's going to be a shootout. The New Orleans Saints are going to beat the Buccaneers 40-37.
Guaranteed.
A couple more games, and then we already guaranteed the Washington and Denver. Well, yeah, we already guaranteed the Broncos, Washington game, Chargers, Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings, and Chiefs and Giants games. So those are your games for Week 8 of the NFL season. You guys let me know who you think your teams, how they're going to look. Who do you think your scores? What do you think of your team so far going 8 weeks into the season? We're going to transition into the World Series. Actually, it's been really fun to watch. The Braves won the night. Well, it's now where I'm at, 1:55 in the morning. Final score was 3-2. Atlanta took a 3-1 lead. Atlanta's bullpen's been holding up. I can't really take in, Houston's bats have shown up as well. It's kind of hard to believe that the Braves have won 7 of their home postseason games. The last time we've seen that was the 2008 Phillies and the Houston Astros. They won 7. I kind of want to. I kind of understand. It's just been one. It's been an interesting World Series. I think whatever happens, because I believe tomorrow this series is over. I do. I think the Atlanta Braves are going to beat the Houston Astros 12-0.
Guaranteed.
I think it's going to be that kind of game. I see Atlanta wrapping this up, and it's kind of hard to believe that it'll end on Halloween, but I don't see Houston winning this game. I feel like their pitching. I mean, Greinke I think he did an okay job, but it wasn't enough. I mean, he had four innings, but I mean, in game 3 he threw 21 pitches in 1 inning. This might be his last potential game. Who knows? He got a hit, but I mean, Atlanta, boy, they've been. Gotta give Atlanta Braves their props. You really do. They We're a team nobody even picked to go to the World Series. And look at them now. I know we've been kind of having this conversation about we've been having this discussion about them doing the chop. I don't like it. I understand these are issues we got to talk about, but I don't want to take away. I feel like also too, I'm just looking at the game. I'm talking about just the game itself and just seeing two teams trying to win the championship. And unfortunately, it's hard to ignore that, to not talk about it, because it has to be talked about. I know PETA wants MLB to change from bullpen to arm barn. But it's been a great World Series so far. I would have to say my World Series MVP has to be Jorge Soler. Has to be. But this series is over tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. MLB Awards so far. So, congratulations to each and every award-winning member, starting with Player of the Year and Outstanding American League Player, Shohei Ohtani. 46 home runs, ERA of 3. Marvin Miller Man of the Year, Marcus Semien, with 45 home runs, and also MLB leading 724 plate appearances and played in all 162 games. Congratulations, Marcus Semien. The Kurt Flood Award, Mark Belanger. Mark Belanger was a former Oriole Gold Gloving shortstop who played for us, or the Orioles and the Dodgers, in 1982. He passed away in 1998. So the Kurt Flood Award is basically, it's an award that's given to former players who have either passed away or still living, basically giving back to the league and, advocating for players. And outstanding players, Bryce Harper. This, I feel like, arguably was the best season of his career so far. 42 doubles. I think he's at like a .615 slugging percentage, 35 home runs in 41 games with the Phillies. Max Scherzer, obviously outstanding pitcher, being traded from the Nationals to the Dodgers. While he played a part in eliminating the San Francisco Giants. Congratulations. Jonathan India, 5th overall pick, 2018 draft for the Cincinnati Reds, 21 home runs. He actually led he has a 3.9 WAR. He led all positional players and rookies this year. Comeback player, I got that right. I predicted it was Buster Posey. He didn't play in the bubble because he had twin girls that were adopted, so he didn't play at all. But yeah, Buster Posey definitely, I think, was a piece to the puzzle of why they were so successful this year. Let me just give you his stat line: 304, 390, 499, 18 home runs. The 18 home runs, according to this, I look back at his 2018, 2019 season, were six more home runs. Then we go to the American League, Robbie Ray, former Arizona Diamondback. Definitely saw a difference, a dimension. His walk rate looked really better. Because I know at one point I think he walked, I want to say it was like 2.5 batters per game. And this season, but he was walking like almost 8 batters per game during the bubble last season. So I also had 248 strikeouts. Rookie of the Year or Outstanding Rookie, Ryan Mountcastle. 33 home runs, 144 games. Particularly in the second half of the season, he hit 19. And then obviously, no question about it, ladies and gentlemen, comeback player of the year for the American League, Trey Mamba Mancini. Beating stage 3 colon cancer, almost beat Pete Alonso in the home run derby, just to see his comeback into the game and just being the veteran leader for this locker room. I can't wait to see what the team looks like and what he looks like next year. But congratulations to those winners of those awards so far. The Washington Wizards. Rookie of the Year. I had that right. I apologize. Ryan Metcalf. Oh, the American League Rookie of the Year was Adonis Gonzalez for the Texas Rangers. Congratulations. Manager of the Year, Gabe Kepler, Kevin Cash. Congratulations, guys. Should have been Ryan Metcalf's Rookie of the Year, but that's okay. That's okay. So the Washington Wizards are 5-1. We played the Atlanta Hawks a few nights ago. Actually, it was a good game. And a couple of things I saw big improvements was the shooting has gotten better. But we got Atlanta in foul trouble. That was key. I think at one point, why is this acting up like that? Hold on, it's freezing on my end. There we go. My notes here. Trae Young had 15 points, 13 assists, but they had technical fouls with Trae, John Collins, DeAndre Hunter. Again, the league is really cracking down. Daryl, how you doing, sir? Good evening. Good late evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope the day was good for you. They're really cracking down on these calls. I mean, you're seeing it with James Harden, because some of these non-basketball moves they're doing to try to draw fouls, it's going to really stop. I've seen a bigger difference in play, because I mean, it was just getting ridiculous. But you can't use the officiating for an excuse. I know, again, the Hawks, I'm bringing this up. I'm recapping the last game, and then I'm going to talk about the Wizards playing the Celtics. Offensively, there was no problem for them. They shot 54%, had 68 points in the paint. But defensively, we had 4 scores in that game. Bradley Beal, Montrezl Harrell, Kuzma, and Cartavius Caldwell-Pope. Those were the keys. So our final score in that game was 122-111. And then we had a tremendous double overtime win against those Boston Celtics. I'm loving the energy, and I'm loving the fact that you have the mentality we're not satisfied where we're at. I gotta give it to Wes Unseld Jr. He's got these boys balling. He really does. Harrell had a double-double tonight. Dinwiddie had 20 points. We shot as a unit 36.5%. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, just a whole nother different story. He missed five threes. And as a cohesive unit, Boston was 2 of 26 from 3. But we got to be a little bit more We got to learn how to close games properly a little bit. But when it counted, we did our thing. Now, Rory Hashimura, I'm hoping will be back at some point. I know he's had this he want like a mental break from the team. Because we really hadn't heard about him. So he probably won't be back until like November, December. But I'm really proud of this team so far. Again, Bradley Beal, I know that back to with his early season struggles. Like again, like we're 6 games into the season. Let's see what they around game 15, game 20. We'll see these guys look more better. But he had 36 points tonight. But Gafford didn't play again, and I liked our three and D, shooting threes and playing defense. I mean, our paint defense is terrible. But we are taking things away from Boston. We're taking things away from certain defenses. So it could be better. Let me just pull up who we play next. I want to say it's in the same. We got the Atlanta Hawks again, and we go to the ATL. So I know the Hawks are definitely looking for revenge for sure. So let's bring it. I like it. What a time to be alive, to be a Wizards fan right now. No, I mean, a lot of these teams, again, I'm looking at this What's going on, YouTube? I'm back. I do apologize for the inconvenience. So we were with the NBA news, and my internet decided to go out. I do apologize for that. So, man, that's pretty much what's going on around the league. Let me know your thoughts in terms of what you guys think about the league so far, your team. As far as my top 75 players are going, the list is almost there. That list will debut most likely in the next episode for sure. I want to hold on doing the top 8 teams because again, I really don't. I want to kind of see like until we get to like game 15 to really see what the teams look like. So I'm gonna hold off on that. We're gonna move next topic, WNBA off season. My goal to have is Rashard Milligan on here again. We're gonna talk about that. What did he like about the season? What we did not like, what he didn't like. We're gonna keep talking about it because this needs to be a continued conversation. Just because the season's over doesn't mean we stop talking about it. That's just with any sport. I know for me, I have to at some point talk about what the Mystics need to do. That's not just the Mystics, all the other teams around the league. So be on the lookout for that video with Rashard Milligan. And then the last topic of tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Maryland Terps. And I got to give my Towson Tigers some love. We're looking pretty good. We're looking really good. So Maryland, they beat Fairmont State 120-67. This is an exhibition game. These games are nothing. They're meaningless to me. This is just kind of warm up preseason. I'm trying to see who do we play next. I see in this game, Angel Reese had 21. Katie Benson had 22. Again, we're ranked number 4 according to the poll by Espen. So we've got Maryland playing Georgian Court. And then we open up the season against Longwood University. So I'm not sure if these are like warm-ups. Because then we got to play Villanova, James Madison. Interesting. The men start this next on the 5th. They start against Fayetteville State. Interesting. And obviously, my Towson Tigers. Our first game we play at the University of Albany, and then my Lady Tigers, we start on the 9th Tuesday against Frostburg State. Should be a good game. And then we got the preseason WNIT Classic for the women. Start up University of Florida, Wofford, North Carolina State. This should be some good games. I think the men also too get to be a part of the. We got an invitational Las Vegas against San Fran. Not bad. I think I should be able to connect back on here. Let me see if it's working. Okay. Okay, I am back. I do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. I just love technology. So, with that being said, that is going to end